And as you can see right now, ETH is doing something insane. We are looking at the monthly chart, and the monthly chart is super, super heavy, super important. Why? Because it's super, super high time frame. When you look at high time frame and you see something monumental happen, you have to pay attention. And right now for ETH, it is the breakout from this multi-year consolidation, multi-year symmetrical triangle. And if you measure the breakout target and you see where we're heading, we are going towards 7.7k. This is the medium-term target for ETH, and I think we can reach it until Q4. In Q4, if ETH is at the 7.7, it wouldn't surprise me. Why? Because ETH in reality is lagging. It is one of the blue chips, especially now with Wall Street. As you know, Tom Lee is shilling ETH, everyone is shilling ETH on Wall Street, and everything that is all the inflows that are coming into ETH. Although we do see all of this positivity, ETH has been lagging. It didn't actually go to all-time high this cycle, while Solana and many other coins, even XRP, did go to all-time high. I mean, look at XRP. People joke about XRP, but this thing is all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. But ETH, which is supposed to be a bit of a blue chip, this and that, didn't go to all-time high, but things don't stay the same. We cannot have the recency bias just because ETH was underperforming during the last months that it will be doing so in the future. We cannot think like that. Instead, we need to look at the facts, we need to look at the chart, and the chart right now is screaming that it wants to pump. Now, there are a few things to keep in mind. Number one is that we still have a lot of work to do. Yes, it seems that on the monthly we are breaking through this triangle. That's number one. But then we have another homework, and it is this horizontal resistance right here. Basically break above this May 2024 and December 2024 level at approximately 3.7. I mean, basically where we are right now. Where we are right now is this resistance, and I think we're gonna smash it. So that's going to be the first homework that we need to achieve. Then also, we have a homework right here. Going through the all-time high, we need to smash through the all-time high. And both of these resistances may add a bit of hesitation. Let's see how strong the hesitation is, but just so you're aware, it is a potential hesitation that we're seeing. And also, if we look at the fib and we see from the lows here, we draw from the high to the low of the bear market, you see that we do indeed have a fib right here at 3.8, which also corresponds to this previous level. So all in all, I think that ETH will take a bit of a breather here at 3.7, 3.8, because it needs to break through this very, very key resistance, and the fib level is right here as well. But the next big pump is going to be to all-time high, but let's say we break it, then it's going to be this 6.8, and it's super, super close to 7k, and we may even wick up all the way here to 7.7. So that's the plan for ETH. And when you look at Pionex, by the way, sign up for Pionex, because we're making a lot here in just a few weeks, in just a few days. I mean, you see, this is our public portfolio. This is the portion of the portfolio that I'm showing publicly. And you see how much it grows. Just today, it grew through like 3k, last 7 days. And look, here, not that long ago, it was like 50k. And this is to show you how much you can earn with the bots. The bots that are just buying the dip, and they're doing that with leverage, and whenever there is an opportunity to take profit, whenever the price returns, they take profit. And you can copy all of my bots if you use the link below. For example, if you copy the Pengu bot, you will be opening the bot at a better price than I did. Because right now, my Pengu bot is at a loss, although it will be in a big fat profit very, very soon. But if you copy it right now, you will have a way better entry than I. And by the way, when things are at a loss, as you know, with Pionex, it's no problem, because when things are at a loss, it can be a massive profit as long as the asset keeps ranging and keeps going up and down. Like an example is here a cookie. You see that I opened the bot at 0.22. Now the price is 0.21, so it's lower. It actually went down, but I have a 25% profit. Why? Because it is trading. As soon as there is a bit of volatility, it's buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high. So this is super, super important. So use the link below, sign up at Pionex if you want to follow this journey, because as we will be exploring these highs for ETH, we will have to adjust the bot a bit. Now the bot is trading between 2.2 and 4k. Very soon I need to adjust this towards 5k, and we will do it together in the coming videos. But just so you know, also check the link below and sign up for weeks. You get $100 just for signing up. And I want to bring your attention also to the free webinar that we'll be having on Thursday. This is key, guys. You have just a few days to sign up. As you can can see, the dominance is breaking down big is breaking down. And when you have dominance breaking down, you have to pay attention. Let me pull it up. Where is it? 1 second. Dominance here. You have to pay attention because it is the start of the biggest altcoin season ever, because now institutions are here. You see on the 2-week chart, it is now flipping bearish. Last time we had a big bearish trend in Bitcoin dominance, it was here in 2021. This is when Matic did like 100x. This is when everything went ballistic, absolutely ballistic. And we will likely see something similar here. And if you join the webinar on Thursday, it's fully free. I will be teaching you everything I know about altcoins, how to buy them cheap, which ones to buy, how to sell them before the dump, how to buy them before the pump, how to start with a few hundreds or a few thousands and grow portfolio to millions, and so on and so forth. So use the link below for that. And by the way, here's the data for ETH ETF inflows. And this week, as you can see, we've had a monster week. 400 million on Friday, 600 million on Thursday, 726 million on Wednesday, and so on and so forth. As you can read right here, it is big amounts, both this week and last week as well. And all of this is sometimes even bigger than Bitcoin. For example, on Friday, on the 18th, Bitcoin just had 363 million inflow, while ETH had 400 million. And then on Thursday, Bitcoin had 522 and ETH had 602. And then here, Bitcoin was actually bigger with almost 800. And on the 15th, let's double check, 192 versus, so yeah. As you can see, Bitcoin is way bigger most of the days, but it is remarkable that during the last few days of trading, of TradFi trending this week, ETH was actually outperforming Bitcoin in ETF inflows, and normally that doesn't happen. ETH is really showing a lot of demand, started by Tom Lee. And for all of you guys who don't know who Tom Lee is, this is the guy from Fundstrat. Fundstrat is an investment firm. They've been super bullish Bitcoin. Tom Lee has been super bullish Bitcoin for years and years and years. I remember in 2017, we were covering his predictions, Bitcoin predictions, and everything has come true. But a few weeks ago, he announced that he will be doing MicroStrategy for ETH, basically creating a MicroStrategy-like company, but for ETH, and just buying ETH as much as possible. And since then, ETH has been mooning. And by the way, as you can see now, he's also a Pengu. Something to keep in mind, which is super key, is that thanks to Tom Lee, we do have the Bitcoin dominance dropping. The reason why Bitcoin dominance is dropping is because Tom Lee pushes Ethereum up. Ethereum is the biggest component of Bitcoin dominance. So when ETH pumps, Bitcoin dominance drops. So the more momentum we get, the more all of the altcoins are mooning. So just like Meltem the Mirrors is saying, Ethereum is up 50% on the month, but also Cardano is up 50%, Doge up 60%, Stellar up 90%, Hedera and Hashgraph up 90%, Algorand 80%, Arbitrum 69%, Bong 157%, Tezos 110%. And of course, when you look at the biggest gainers over the last 90 days, you do see Pengu being the biggest gainer with 529% gains, SPX with 300%, and the other ones right here as well. So all in all, the thing I want to tell you here is that Pengu is the next blue chip that even Tom Lee is appreciating and enjoying. Everyone is enjoying a bit of Pengu. Let me know if you enjoy a bit of Pengu as well, because we may also enter the Pengu season once. I mean, number one, we are already kind of in Pengu season, is the best performer. But also, once capital starts flowing from the high caps like ETH into Solana, into Sui, and then further down into the smaller caps like Pengu, I think all this is gonna explode, like bonk, bang, like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And that's exactly what we'll be discussing on our webinar on Thursday. So use the link below and sign up very quickly. Now let's speak about some concerns around ETH, because I think it's very likely it's gonna go to that 7.7k level. But if we're thinking about long term, can it go to 20k, 30k? They will have to figure out some things here which are very important in order to go to the super high levels. Number one is the growth, because as you can see, the number of active addresses is the same as in 2018. It is 7 years of no growth. And when you look at early stage projects, early stage tech, normally you see explosive growth, and you don't see explosive growth here. Some people will say that, oh no, but look at the Base. Look at Base, look at other L2s. And yes, there are users on Base. Base, I think, has around 30 million. I checked it before doing this video. So ETH has 7.6, and then Base has 30. Now, when you look at Base and then you try to think, what does it actually do for ETH? At the end of the day, what does it actually do for ETH? Not a lot, because when you look at the income statement, for Base, they take in $2.6 million in fees. So last month in July, so this is during July, the month is not over yet, they have taken in 2.6 million in fees. And as you can see, the only thing that ETH gets is 33K out of all of these fees. And then you have Superchain, which is like the optimistic stack, basically OP token holders indirectly get this 257. So 2.6 goes from users to Coinbase, to the Base protocol. 256K goes to OP token holders. It is indirectly that it goes to, but it goes to basically Optimism Treasury. And then only 33K goes to ETH. And for users, using Base is like using another chain. It's not a lot of difference between using Base and using Binance Smart Chain, which is not an L2 and disconnected. There's not too many differences. It's just another chain. You have to configure your MetaMask to speak to this new chain. No apps work the same. It's no you cannot trade on the same DEX. Like, it's all copy paste, it's all separate. So from a user perspective, it's like two different chains. But also, as you can see, from an economic perspective, ETH is getting scraps. I mean, it's scraps. It got 33K from Base, and that's it. Now, when you look at something like OP Mainnet, you see a similar story here as well, that maybe even worse, man. They take in 430K in fees, and they pay 2.1K for cost of revenue. Basically, this is like blobs. This is like, committing to L1. So it is interesting that Base is paying a lot of money to Optimism instead of paying ETH, and then Optimism pays like 2K. Yeah, I mean, you see yourself. They will have to figure out, like, this is not going anywhere. This issue with ETH L1 not scaling too much, both when it comes to active addresses, also when you look at, for example, trade volume. This issue is not going anywhere, and they can try to hide it. They can try to say this and that. It's not going anywhere. Look here. Volume is also on L1 is stagnant. It hasn't moved anywhere basically since 2020. It's the same as in 2020. 2021 we had this crazy. You remember altcoin season with basically the DEX was invented here. In 2021 DEXs became big because Uniswap became big. But since then there's basically no growth. Again, there is growth on Base, but the bearish argument, if we were to make a bearish argument, is that Base is a competitor to ETH because they have all the same apps and they don't pay anything back to the ETH token holders. And also, this is seen if we look at this ultrasound money. ETH is no longer deflationary. You remember, guys, how excited I was here when ETH was deflationary? Man, I even made the song. ETH is deflationary. It goes down and gives yield. It goes down in supply, but also this thing gives you yield. You remember, I was super excited. But they then tweaked the system, so L2s don't contribute anything. Like, this supply burn was because of L2 committing to L1, and they had to pay quite some fee there. But then they changed to L2s don't pay anything. So yeah, now there is no deflation. So that's I think this issue is not going to go anywhere. Chains like Solana, Sui, they're going to just keep growing, taking more and more market share. So at some point, ETH will have to deal with this. When it will be, it's not going to be soon, because now we are in the mania. We are Tom Lee is pumping. We are technical target to 7.7K. Bullish. LFG, guys, use the link below for the webinar. It's going to be on Thursday. Use the link below for Weeks and Pionex. If you want to copy the bots on Pionex, use the link below, copy all of them, and I'll see you guys very soon. Smash up the like, subscribe if you like this kind of video, and goodbye, guys. Goodbye.